House districts, county mayors, school boards, even who will run against Governor Bill Lee come November, all being decided by you on the longest ballot in Tennessee history. Thanks for being with us on this election night, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston. Quick note, you want to see the results as they come in, you can scan a QR code that we're going to put on your screen, which will take you right to our website. The big headline, though, extremely long lines at the polls, meaning some delayed results. In fact, no results from Davidson or Williamson County were released until after 8:30 tonight. Over at the Shelby Park Community Center, people told us they waited about an hour and a half to cast their votes. Some say they simply didn't have time to wait.
Right when we got here, there were several people who left. They just knew that the line was going to be really long, over an hour. And it was, and they just couldn't wait. So they thought they might come back, but I think it's gotten worse.
A lot of people have kids in the neighborhood, so they have to pick them up. They couldn't wait that long to vote.
If you encountered any kind of issue at the polls, you should contact the Tennessee Secretary of State's office. All right, our team is spread out for you all across the mid-state. We're going to begin with News Channel 5's Chris Davis, who is covering the Democratic governor nominees race. And Chris, I know long lines have been a problem all across the state, led to massive delay in reporting numbers. What do you have?
Well, Rory, we really thought by now that one of the candidates would have declared victory, or even we'd be able to project a winner. Here's why we haven't been able to. In Shelby County, home of Memphis and a Democratic stronghold for the state of Tennessee, has not produced a single vote of results yet. Zero. Not a single vote has been reported on their website. We also know from some reporters on the ground, they have had some precincts that have had to stay open until 8:30 or later. We also know that they have had some controversy over how they're posting results from each precinct. So because none of those votes from Memphis are in yet, that is impacting this race. Two of the three candidates that are in this race have Memphis ties, which of course that could mean they get a lot of results from it. Let's look at the numbers with 69% of the precincts reporting statewide. Jason Martin has a lead of 40.9%. That's about 87,000 votes. J.B. Smiley Jr., who is a Memphis city councilman, is the next closest at 36.6%. That's 78,000 votes. But of course, if we don't have those Memphis numbers, it is hard to know the totality of what the state looks like at the Democratic level. Now, Dr. Jason Martin, who is from the Middle Tennessee area, he didn't have a public election party tonight, just a private gathering for friends and family, but he did visit polls this morning around the Davidson County area. His campaign was relying on a strong turnout here in Davidson County in order to clinch the nomination. Whoever gets that nomination will have to go against Governor Bill Lee, the incumbent. He also has a huge war chest of money. He didn't have to run in a primary, and he is widely popular with Republicans in this state. So whoever the nominee is, they will have a tough battle ahead in November. But as of right now, we do not have a declared or projected winner in this race. Reporting live at the Capitol, Chris Davis, News Channel 5.
All right, we'll keep watching it, Chris. Thanks. News Channel 5's Jason Lamb continuing our team coverage with a look at that hotly contested 5th District primary race. He's at the watch party for Andy Ogles, who's ahead of the pack. This is a crowded field of candidates. What do you know, Jason?
Yeah, that's right, Roy. We, in fact, are waiting for what is going to be, it appears, Andy Ogles making some sort of a statement here very shortly within this newscast. He has about a 5,500 vote lead at this hour over Beth Harwell and Kurt Winstead. This has been a waiting game like so many of the other races across the mid-state, largely waiting for numbers from Davidson and Williamson County that didn't come in until a little more than an hour ago. With Murray County in first, Murray County Mayor Andy Ogles took a big lead over both Beth Harwell and Kurt Winstead. That lead closed a bit when Harwell came in first among voters in Nashville when those numbers began reporting, but a surge of numbers from Williamson County has extended Ogles' lead, and that lead appears to have remained here for 5,500 lead at the moment. Again, we're expecting to hear from the mayor at any moment now, and we'll be sure to bring that to you in this newscast when it happens. For now, we're live in Franklin. Jason Lamb, News Channel 5.
All right, Jason, thank you. And again, those numbers are scrolling On the bottom of the screen, a big party brewing there. Thank you. For the first time ever, also, school board elections in Tennessee this year are partisan. Previously, candidates didn't have to pick a political party, but that changed after a new state law passed just last year. Now, for the Metro School Board, seats in districts 2, 4, 6, and 8 up for grabs. Our Emily Luxon's following this. She's at the 5 Alert Center. And Emily, we know a big upset in District 6.
That's right. The board will be looking a little different. There will be 3 new members, and let's take a look at those latest numbers, including that upset you're referencing. That was in District 6. Incumbent Fran Bush lost to Cheryl Mays, who has served on the school board before. The numbers there are final. Moving on to District 2, it looks like incumbent Rachel Ann Elrod will hold on to her seat. She held off challengers Todd Pembroke and Edward Arnold. In District 4, Berthena Naba McKinney is the projected winner there over Kelly Phillips. There was no incumbent in that race because John Little lost in the primary. And then finally in District 8, Erin O'Hara Block looks like she will win handedly over Amy Pate. I had a chance to catch up with a couple of the winners tonight. They say they are ready to get to work.
I want to make sure that we have a more engaging conversation with our parents and our families, our educators, our support staff. I want to make sure that everybody has a voice at the table.
It's really important that we make sure that we're communicating very clearly with constituents, with parents and families about how things are going in the district, and make sure that we're making the progress we need to be making.
And the new school board members will be sworn in at a meeting next month. Reporting at the 5 Alert Center, Emily Luxon, News Channel 5.
Emily, thanks. In fact, a total of 10 counties, including Davidson, voting today on school board races. Some of the major races happening in Wilson, Sumner, Montgomery, Williamson, and Rutherford counties. Again, you can see all the latest results on our website. A big upset tonight in the race for Tennessee House District 40. Incumbent Republican Terry Lynn Weaver beaten by challenger Michael Hale. He earned nearly 60% of the votes and will face Democrat Tom Cook on the ballot in November. All right, we've also been keeping a close eye on the Tennessee House 52nd District race here in Metro. That race to replace outgoing Representative Mike Stewart, dubbed a progressive showdown between Metro Council member Delicia Porterfield and activist Justin Jones. You may remember Jones led the People's Plaza protest outside the state capitol in 2020, pressuring leaders to remove the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest. Right now, we see with almost 40% in or 46% in, he is leading 53 to 47%.